Why?
God, why is this happening to me? You know how me and you do. I mean, I talk to you, I pray to you. I never thought I would get sick or be sick. What's going on here? It's me. We here. You know, I thought I was your favorite. Me. Now I know about the other people being sick with all these different illnesses, kidney disease and all these other stuff, dialysis transplants and all of that kind of stuff, and them other illnesses out there, diabetes, high blood pressure. But this is your girl. This is me. I know I'm your favorite. So I don't know why is this going on to me when, I can't talk for them other people, but me and you are here, Lord. We are here. And I know one other thing. This is the Lisa Baxter Show, giving you the 411 in the kidney world. Hello, good evening. How is everybody doing on tonight? I don't know about you, but my day was busy. I was at the kidney walk, the National Kidney Walk, and I wore this sash, and the sash was sweet. You know what I'm saying? And we also had little balloons and yeah, 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 woo, all kind of stuff like this. So, I mean, it was great. It was fun. It was exhausting and tiring. So, I just wanted you to know that sometimes you got to support something or do something. I had no money or nothing, but I did have some time to give, some resources to give out, somebody out there to encourage. So that's what I went out there to do. Me and my walker, which I call Bianca, and you already know my kidney, right? Hannah. So we all showed up here today to show you some love, even though we tired. You got a pillow? All right. So I got a wonderful guest. Man, let me tell you something. This woman is something else. I mean, I just love her. She is just too much. Let me tell you. Let me just give you a little something about her. This lady is a mother. She's a producer. She's a show host. She's a warrior's mother. I mean, this lady is just pulled and pumped up. She's a giver. She doesn't get paid for what she do, what she's doing, or what she's discovered. But she came on the show because I wanted her. Because I had to have her to let her tell her story and her side of things of everything that she is doing and experience. All right, we're gonna welcome. Well, it's not Tamika Moore anymore because she is married, and I forgot her married name, but Mrs. Tamika. Welcome to the Lisa Baxter Show, baby.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Alive and kicking, mama. Alive and kicking. How's my Zozo?
Zoe is good. She's out with her brother now to this evening.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, well, the best to your husband and your whole little
Thank
family
you.
there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Or big family, I should say.
you. Yes, it's growing.
Wow. Well, I thank you again for doing the show. And I know we are both exhausted, but we some warriors that keep going no matter what.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit you with a few questions, and we gonna take our time and ride this thing out nicely.
All right.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna start with your days of doing, working in a dialysis center as a tech. What does a tech do? We're gonna start with what does a tech do,
Um,
which is a technician.
do you want the technical term, like exactly like what we're supposed to do, or what we really?
Yeah. What is your job description, or what do you do at the center as a tech while you're working? If I
Well,
was on dialysis and you came in, what would you do with me, for me, or with me?
well, if you were just coming into the unit, I would stand outside the unit with you and just talk to you for a minute, ask you if you have any concerns or whatever. I would tell you to, once you walk in there, don't let that first feeling overwhelm you.
Mm,
Because that's what happens a lot. And social workers don't tell the patients that. So I always try to catch a new patient before they come in. And so they're not overwhelmed of what they see. And what they usually see is just a lot of patients getting dialysis. Some look sick and some don't look sick.
mm.
Um, so that kind of overwhelms them. Then I usually just walk them in, tell them to take their time and pace them
Okay.
on their journey.
How long you been doing this job?
21 years.
Wow, that's a long time. That's a long time.
Very
You
long.
must be care something about this job to have done it for so long.
Yeah, it's personal. I
Okay.
do. It's personal.
Okay. Well, we got all our reasons for taking a job.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's different things to gain experience, to help somebody, to earn more, to earn
Mhm.
better.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like you said, it can be very much personal.
Yeah, at
Very, very.
first, it was a paycheck, but then once my son got sick, it no longer became a paycheck. It was a personal journey, and then I just learned to treat people a different way.
Wow, wow. Okay, so before I get into it about your son, you as a technician, okay, we know that you care about the job and you love the job. You as a technician, what are some of the best things you've ever seen in the center, being a technician?
Transplants, the joy when they get
Wow.
a phone call, the emotion, the support, the tears.
Mm,
Yeah, because we're all overjoyed. Even some of the technicians and nurses crying when someone has been on dialysis 15 years and you've seen two of their children grow up with their mom on dialysis.
yeah.
And on the child's birthday, the mom gets a kidney.
Wow, what a birthday present, huh?
Birthday present, yes.
What a birthday present. Wow. I know that's an overjoyed thing because,
Yes.
my center was pushing for me. They wanted me to get a kidney for so long.
Mhm.
And I didn't get on the list right away or anything like that. And I didn't run to get it. My husband and Mitchell Baxter and Archbishop Rochford talked me into even getting on the list. And I didn't know behind my back my husband was getting tested and stuff like that. But I was very surprised. I was at work when I got that call. But my thing is, when I did go back, they was not only glad to see me, they was just glad I got a kidney. So yeah, you're right. There's joy, there's tears, there's excitement,
Mhm.
you know?
It really is. It's a wonderful feeling to be able to witness their joy again when they felt lifeless being on the machine.
Mm, mm. Wow. Wow. Well, okay. Now, what would you say your child's kidney journey? I would like you to talk about a little bit about that.
What would I say about it? Or
I mean, tell me something about your son's kidney journey.
oh, my son's kidney fell when he was 18 months. I was working 6 days a week, and I had two children in Pampers, so I just was flipping the
Wow.
Pampers in and out. Wasn't really paying attention. No, not to notice that he wasn't going to the bathroom, and
Mm,
one day he just swelled up, and that's when we had rushed into the hospital. And when we got there, the doctors was like, okay, well, we're waiting for him to go to the bathroom. 3 hours went past, 4 hours went past, 5 hours went past. They're like, well, if he doesn't go to the bathroom within the next 2 hours, we're gonna, give him a catheter and try to get
wow.
some urine from him.
Mm,
18 months old, I'm like, okay, we'll give it a little while longer. Still didn't go to the bathroom. 12 hours went. He still didn't go to the bathroom, so they wind up giving him a catheter. And once they did get some urine from him, that's when they found out that he had something called nephrotic syndrome.
And what is that?
Nephrotic syndrome is when protein spills out the kidneys into the bloodstream. So he was
Jesus.
swollen.
Wow. Wow. That had to be devastating for you.
It was because I felt like I felt them. With me working in the field, I should have been paying attention to the signs, but working in the field is one thing, but really understanding dialysis is something else. Like understanding that type of kidney disease is something else. So I would have never really known what it was until I educated myself like I am now, and I probably could have caught it.
Well, I wouldn't say, it was your fault for the simple fact that you worked with adults and you work inside of a center. Who would have think that a baby would have such a thing? I mean, I'm a social worker, but I'm just saying, even with all of my kidney knowledge,
Hmm.
I might have wouldn't have figured that out either. So you don't be so hard on yourself about the momship thing,
Yeah.
because I believe you're a wonderful mom. I mean, I see you with Zoe and everything, baby Zoe, and I could tell how much love you have for your children and how you handle them and deal with them. So he was smaller, I guess, smaller than Zoe at this time.
No, actually, he's always younger than him, but he was
Oh,
eight.
okay.
He was, yeah, he was 18 months. It was May. It was like 2 days before Mother's Day.
Woo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen. Yeah.
Wow. Well, so since you have found this out about your baby, who's now, what was he, 17?
Yeah. Tyrell now is, shoot, he just turned 20.
20?
He's 20. Yes.
Bless his life. Get out of here. Beautiful. Now look what a great job you have done.
Yes. Look at great job God has done.
Oh yeah. No, we know God's done it.
God has
But
done.
I mean, he puts it all in us to make sure we're doing it while we here. So I ain't mad at you though. I ain't mad at you. Give it up to him. I ain't mad at you. Okay, okay, he's in his 20s now.
Mhm.
So, how, what did you learn to help him during this till he got to this age? Because I'm sure between the 18 months all the way to that age, you must have had to do something or help him or learn something or support group or something.
We had to change our diet. So it was like we had to watch how much sodium was in our food. So it let me be aware of how much sodium really was in food. Like sometimes I would give the kids that oodles and noodles, not
Oh
knowing
yeah.
what was good for them until I started reading the back of the packages.
Mm-hmm.
Even like cooking, I stopped cooking with salt and I use herbs and spices and like jalapenos and stuff like that versus using salt at all.
I've been there, so I ain't mad at you. I know that's right.
Because
I
just
know.
a
Wow,
pinch of
that's good.
salt is a lot of sodium. Just a little
Sure.
small smidge of salt is a lot of sodium. So, yep.
Wow. So you read packages. I know that's
Yeah.
very important to
Mhm.
read what's going into your body, to
Yeah.
know where you're shopping at, where you got it from,
Hmm.
all of this kind of stuff. That's why you got organic and fresh and frozen and
Right.
canned. So,
Right.
yes,
You stop
yes,
using cans and start going for frozen because at the time, I
yes.
though I was working, I didn't have a lot of money, so we were using cans at one point in time because we thought that was better to use, but we start going to frozen vegetables.
Yes, yes. I've been there. I know.
Mhm.
I ain't mad at you. I know that's right. Because we did the can thing too.
Yep.
We've changed a million times. We changed when my mother was sick,
Mhm.
in what was that, in the 80s?
Mhm.
And when my dad also was sick and she had diabetes and my father had polycystic and he had heart disease and stuff. So we kept trying to change and eat what they eat. So all the kids had to have the same diet, whether we lived with them
Yes.
or not. So when we
That's
were
true.
around them, it'd be good practice
Right. Lisa,
and better for the body.
I
Not knowing
think
we all had kidney disease too. Later on, we learned that. So phew, at
right.
least you knew it early.
Yeah, I think the canned food came from generations of eating canned foods,
Mm.
not actually knowing nutrition.
No, you was hungry. You went shopping and you bought
Not
what
what you
was
could
there
afford, yes,
that you like or was used to eating.
or what
Maybe
you
it was
could
a
afford,
tradition. Yeah, you're
or
right.
what you could afford.
Oh, surely, surely, whatever you could afford.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so he's an adult now. How's he doing now with his kidneys and stuff?
He's
Is
in
he
remission.
educated about this?
Yes, he's in remission right now. So,
Hallelujah.
but they say that it can always come back, and it'll come back for him as FSGS.
And what's that?
That's I know the name, I just can never pronounce it. Like focal glomerular. Yeah.
Mm, okay. I know that word too, so I'm feeling you though. But I
Right.
just always have you repeat it just in case somebody don't know what the acronym is or
Yeah.
what we're spelling out or what we're saying, or they do one of these.
Yeah.
So, Okay,
Mario,
so
I never can pronounce it.
so you changed this diet.
Uh-huh.
You all changed the diet apparently.
Yes,
You kept up with it.
yes.
You brought him into adulthood, and he's still doing well, and he's educated about his illness. I could never say that enough. What I don't care if you got a cold or asthma, whatever it is, be educated about your illness. Whatever medicines, know how the medicine affect you. Use your team of doctors. So I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
So now that's a good thing. So my hat off to you. My hat definitely off to you, honey. So with all of this you're doing and why you got this job and everything, you birthed uh urban health. I think you were calling it something else. I was looking through my papers, I couldn't find it because I think it was kidney talk, kidney something.
Kidney matters.
Kidney, there you go.
Kidney
I
matters. Yes.
Correct me, girl. Yeah, Kidney Matters. So you started Kidney Matters, and what was Kidney Matters, and how did you start it?
I started Kidney Matters the end of 2008. Sorry, the end of 2015 to try to raise awareness for kidney disease in the urban community. At first, I was trying to tell my patients, like, "Hun, I have an idea. I'll give it to you. I'll help you develop it. I just need you to do it. Like, start
Yeah.
getting this information out." And none of my patients would want to do it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to start raising awareness for kidney disease in the urban community, in the language that they can understand, not the medical terminology, in the language that they can understand.
Mm. That was a good thing. You know what I mean? I felt like that too about Blessed Kidney Connections, the thing I started. And us doing this kind of stuff, to get it out there. Because even though you make videos and stuff, sometimes people don't see it or don't know where you put it. And I try to put it all on social media. So when you started Kidney Matters, where was it posted, or did you have a web page, or is
It
it
was
still going on?
it was on Instagram and Facebook, and I did a couple live events, but now it's no longer in existence because Steve and I merged together.
Right.
I was basically doing it by myself, and it didn't make sense if Steve is doing the same thing. Sometimes it's better to just partner up than trying to do everything by yourself.
Right. I know that's right. You
And
know?
and we
Hmm.
have the same mission. Sorry, we have the same mission, so it's a win-win.
Yes. It
We have
really is. It really
a
is.
partner with the same goals and the same missions, and it helps.
So while you were still doing your thing, you saw Steve doing something and you put it together, or how did that go?
I met Steve down in Baltimore like a year prior, and
Okay.
him and I was talking. Um, I followed him on social media, and I looked at what he was doing. It was the same thing that I was doing.
Same vision, same dream.
Vision, the same dream, and he was a one man team. I was a one woman team.
Yes.
And
Whoa, Zozo. Hmm.
she's tired,
Yeah.
and I just felt like we could tackle more places if we work together. And then we also will have each other's support, and we're not doing it alone.
That's great. You do need support in this thing. I mean, Blessed Kidney Connection, I was everything by myself.
Yeah.
Once sometimes people say, girl, I got you. Girl, I'm
Mhm.
going we with you. I ain't seen nobody lick a stamp on an envelope yet. And I've been doing
Right.
it by myself for years, maybe like
Okay.
10. You know what I'm saying? So,
So,
like you said, it's me and God. You
hmm
know,
yeah,
that's my ride, die, and live. How about that?
yeah,
So urban health outreach media has been birthed and born by you and Mr. Steve Belcher.
yeah.
When did that start? And tell me something about that.
Well, we started it late this year, 2018, to continue to raise awareness for kidney disease and other diseases, but to allow different shows to be on so people can come on almost every day, and there's some type of information is being told.
Wow. Wow. Now that's a beautiful birth dream. You don't have too many networks out here, or even on whatever plane, you know what I mean? You don't
Right,
have too many networks out here doing such a thing. You don't have really any.
right,
I've been fighting for years for a commercial. I've been fighting for years for them to do a show, a musical, something,
right.
about kidney awareness. I don't care. A play. I don't care. But I love the idea that you guys drove it until it was born. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You push through the labor pains and bow, it was birth. Now, what type of shows would have you had on your show? Now I know I'm on it,
right.
but
Thank
what
you. Thank
what
you
type of
for
shows you had on there? Because I had, like you said, I started my show and then I came over. You guys blessed me and asked me to come over after an interview. So y'all liked me right away. I like show too, girl. It was mutual.
it.
So, how did you guys go with it?
We had a multitude of shows. We had a wellness show that was wellness with Tanya.
Uh
We
huh.
we have had a holistic approach with Stephanie.
Yes.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
We had one with Ken.
Yes.
With
I
you,
was on his show last
right?
week.
Yeah, you was on the show last week.
Mhm.
With Mike. You know,
Yes.
we just try to just see it from other people's views and let other people explain. Even Sorrel, the sisters with kidney disease, like Steve and I can have different guests on, but sometimes having patients as guests, I'm sorry, have patients as hosts, it's a little better because they understand more and
Hmm.
they have a special touch and a special understanding that Steve and I won't have until we are patients.
But you guys are doing a great job. I mean, I know we as patients, as being an ex dialysis patient, I love saying that, as being an ex dialysis patient and a transplant patient, you do have some insight. But you guys, you was not only use whatever y'all was dealing with, but you also use what we were dealing with and
Yes,
brought us to one place. You know
yes.
what I'm saying? So that was fantastic.
Thank
I
you.
mean, kudos right up in there, all up in there.
You know, you say it's fantastic, but a lot of it is it's a thankless job. Like
Always.
there's no paycheck. Like Steve,
Nada.
there's no paycheck. There's very few thank yous. You know,
Amen.
a lot of unnecessary negativity when we're really doing this from my heart. We're not getting paid for it.
True.
And there's lots of dialysis techs and nurses that don't even look past the front door after they leave.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I'm a social worker, and that's a thankless job, and even doing the show all of these years, my husband was ill, and I was ill at the same time. But if God forbid, if we went home with Jesus, we wanted to make sure that we told our testimony, told what was going on, and get some education out there to help people with this and colon cancer, which what my husband had passed away from. So you have different things that'll drive you. You know what I'm saying? And you have people that, I mean, I had people slamming my door in my face and said, who told you to write 5 books? Or I've been on dialysis longer than you, girl. Or who are you to tell me anything? And feel like a peon or nothing. And you say,
Right.
all
Yeah.
I tried to do is help or want to help. You don't know why they don't catch the vision or jump in and help you or say,
Right.
yeah, we got the same, like you and Steve did. Yeah, we got the same thing. Let's do this together. No,
Right.
even in New York, we got 50,000 places and all these places all over the world. It could be, one good place doing one good thing, or at least let's work together, even if we all
Right.
different stuff or entities or whatever. You
Right.
know what I
I
mean?
think
So
that's part of the problem, Lisa. Like people don't work together. Everyone wants a name instead of building collectively until it's time and it's all one name. Like if you truly on the same page, you don't need that separate name.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
You don't, you're right. You don't. I mean, it's it, like you said, it is a thankless job, but look at the ones that we did reach.
Yeah.
We get a lot of wonderful comments, even if it's 100, or even if it's a million, even if it's 50 or two, we got somebody that was listening, somebody that heard it, somebody that learned something, and somebody that probably shared it.
Right.
These shows are great, and I'm sure they shared it at some point in time or had to go back and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
You're
you're doing a great job because you're a mom. You're still a mom. You've never stopped being a mom.
right.
You're a mom with a job that does this that doesn't pay anything. You know what I mean? You had a vision and you started a company. You know what I mean? And you travel. And
Right.
like you said, money is short, small, or tight. They stopped my insurance on the 31st and took my little money away. It was only 170. And I said that to say this, we still going on. We still pushing. It's not easy. You know
No.
what I mean? But I admire that about you. All of us are fighters on this network. And
Right.
we are determined to get the story and the show out there as long as we can. And all we can do is ride it until these wheels fall off, till somebody get it. And who knows, somebody might pick something up and start doing something too, or want to jump on the bandwagon. We want them to do something anyway.
Yes. Yes. You want
I'm
or you want the information to get out there, no matter how it gets out there. As long as
Yeah.
the information gets out there and it's helping.
Well, what tips would you give a mama out there that had the kidney disease like your son did or
Ed-
do?
Educate yourself.
Educate yourself. Okay.
Educate yourself. That's number one. And build a relationship with the doctor and a social worker because you guys are a team.
Mm. It takes teamwork to make the dream work. How about that?
And then educate your child. Take your child food shopping because you don't know how long you're going to be here. So it's best don't think you because your child's 4 years old or 3 years old that you can't educate him or her about
Mm.
health.
Yes, yes.
You know,
Mm.
just educate them. Let them know why this is happening. This is what we're going to do. This is going to help you get better, and go from there.
Your children learn very fast. So, and they soak things up.
And
And
then
it's rare that they would forget, especially if you drilled it in them,
mm-hmm.
you know?
Yes.
Whether it be their lessons, something about health, something about the Lord, whatever it is, they get it.
Yep. As long
Especially
as we're
even if they don't want to get it, it's all in them already because you said it 100 times.
yes.
They caught it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
Well, what would you say to a tech that has the position of being a tech? What would you say to help them to do their job better, if you could say anything, if you like to?
If I have anything to say to do their job better, before you walk in the door, just take a moment and know that everything that's going on in there is not about you. Any attitude that you receive is not about you.
Yeah,
Know that what they're going through, it can happen to you too. So you have to be a little patient and a little understanding and have some empathy. Don't be
I
so
like it.
don't be so quick to get an attitude when they're calling you, when they're upset. If they don't hold their access when they're bleeding, they're shocked, it's blood. Like, don't say, huh, hold that, um, be more loving and understanding
Wow. Yes.
and pay attention to your machines,
Mm.
you know,
Wow.
and pace yourself during the process. Don't rush because you rush and you can end someone's life because you rushed and it's not worth it.
Wow. Mm-mm-mm. That's phenomenal. You know what I mean? Because I've had people say or say to me, "Oh, that needle don't hurt." You know what I mean? Come on, take it better than that. I got tears in my eyes and all of that. That's the last thing I really wanted to hear.
Here, yeah.
But you learn a lot being an advocate or even being a human being, and I learned just to talk to people back. I don't have to kill you to talk to you, even whether because we have to work together, like you said. It's a team. So I talked to the team and said, "Why are you saying that? You on the other end of the needle. You're on the
Right.
under end of the disease." You know what I mean? Just like We can be fussy and nasty. Y'all can be fussy and nasty.
Mhm.
And it's not even about that. That's not the type of argument I'm trying to have. You know what I mean? I just want to get through this. Help me do it. That's it.
Right, right. And that's why I said, remember, it's not about you, because sometimes when people like get negative energy from people, they think it's about them, and it's not. It's something
Yeah.
that person is going through.
Yes. Yes.
that you
Say that.
that you just
Hmm.
caught that at the time. So a lot of times that energy really isn't for you, but you're the closest thing to them. So of course they're gonna lash out and not want you by them, especially if they haven't processed this disease.
Mm. I'm just loving you, girl. I'm just loving you. Now, what would you say to somebody that wanted to start a kidney thing like you did when you started, or even the urban health network or something in that ballpark or nature? What advice could you give them or tell them or how to start it? A tip.
For one, just make sure you're doing it from your heart. Like, don't do it for any notoriety. Don't do it for any monies to come first. Because
Mm,
when you do things for your heart, it grows better.
yes,
Um,
yes. You ain't never lied. Yes.
you can start it anywhere, social media, but do more live videos because people really engage in conversational videos. Um,
That's so true. Yes.
and ask for help. Ask for help. Do your research and constantly educate yourself because the kidney disease community is constantly changing the information that's out there.
Mm, mm. You're an educated woman. Who would you give a shout out to? A friend, family member, anybody you'd like to give one to?
My partner, Steve, my brother, my husband, my children.
Nice, sweet.
Yeah.
Wow. You
Yeah.
just giving a shout out. Anything you want to say to them or just anybody at large? Because you said that you know, people, that's thankless and stuff like that. But I just love that you still go on. You haven't quit, closed the door on it, or even ran away from this. And I know you wasn't feeling well tonight, and you still came on. So I'm not only grateful and thankful, I was praying for you. And I heard Steve even said he was praying for you. So you all got our prayers. And we almost done. How about that?
Yeah,
Any what? Hmm.
I was about to say, Lisa.
No, I was saying no, I was just still saying your words. Any words that you'd like to say or anything before I even
Now,
anything that we should discuss or we didn't discuss before I let anything go. I'm
um,
making sure I asked all the questions
yeah,
too.
just people in general, just know your body. Like, be in tune with your body. Get
Mhm.
checkups. Even if you're on dialysis, please get a primary care doctor because
Mm.
every concern is not a kidney issue, and you don't want your kidney doctor giving you heart medicine. You want your
Ah,
cardiologist to give you medicine for your heart. All right, just be more mindful, and while you're on the machine, write down your pre and post pressures, and how you feel before and after, because the things that can be going on that you could kind of stop with like a history,
mm,
just knowing what's really going on with your body.
wow.
Yeah.
Now that's very good information. And I thank you for the education that you received. And I thank you for being on the show. And I just appreciate you a whole
Thank
lot.
you. I
And
appreciate you too, Lisa. And you know what, Lisa? Thank
yeah.
you so much for your text. Sometimes my energy just lately I just been in a space, but thank you for your text, good morning and stuff like that, because you just never know who heart you feel with those texts. And a lot of mornings, Lisa, you have filled my heart with those texts because I needed
Oh.
it in those moments, when I'm alone and things are going on. So I thank you so much for those texts.
Oh, anytime, love, anytime. I didn't want to run your way with them. Some
No,
people love them, and some people say, Lisa, not again or not now. So I ain't mad at you. I'm so glad. And my best to your husband and your mom, and
thank,
praying for her as well.
thank you.
Well, you are so welcome. And thank you again. Thank you for being the amazing, fantabulous woman that you are. You rock.
Thank you. Sorry, my energy is low. I'm just not feeling well.
I ain't mad at you. I haven't had I had but one meal, I think, and I'm still trying to get myself together. But it looked like a energy shake or something tonight. I don't know. But to God be the glory. You
Yeah,
have a great night. You make
you
sure you
also.
get some rest. Put your feet up. Don't let me have to come over there to pamper you. You know. So you be good, and thank you once again. Bless your life.
Thank you, Lisa. You too. Good night,
Anything.
everybody.
Thank you. Well, man, you guys heard it, haven't you? That was my girl. That was my girl. An educated woman that knows what she's talking about, starting up a company, her and her partner, Mr. Belcher. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a blessing. Thank you for showing love and learning something, sharing and caring. All right? So until I see you next week with another excellent, fantabulous guest, you get some rest, you be good, and you stay blessed. Good night.